Shalom. Call halal Yahweh Bashem Abishai Bashem Rakakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders. Salutations to all my fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so. Now more so than ever, to the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, they be like unto the speckled bird, the Israelite foreigners. And to the Akwaf that are listening and learning, to you I say Shalom. This is your brother Malcolm. I'm from the branch of the Great Millstone here in Chicago, coming at you another lesson in truth. And I just wanted to touch on this. That, I was gonna do this later, in front of the computer so you can see all the images and everything. But it's just been so hot and heavy on my spirit. I couldn't wait, and I'm trying to do this in haste before anyone comes in here. So this is a quick locker room lesson. But quickly. I'm going to read the scripture, then I'm going to read something to you. This is Ezekiel, the 36th chapter, starting at the 5th verse, and it says, "Therefore, said the Lord power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession, with the joy of all their hearts, with the spiteful minds to cast it out for a prey." And this has never been more fitting than now, because what that's telling you is that the land of Israel, the Holy Land, would be the Idumeans, which is Edom, the Edomites, who are so-called white people today, would appoint that land into their own hands, and they have. The 1948ers. And then it says, and they will be casted out for a prey. Israel has been casted out for a prey, but now you had a bunch of Israelites that went over there because it was in the Jerusalem Post that 100 black Hebrews are being sent out of Israel back to America. They're being deported. All right? You have to understand, man, how fitting that scripture is at this point. Now, they had no business going over there in the first place, because the Lord said he was going to take us back to that land. All right? When we go back into that land, it's going to be as such. Let's go to Isaiah real quick. All right? Because the prophecy of them appointing the land into their hands has already happened. Us going back there properly, that hasn't happened. But this is Isaiah, the 14th chapter. I'm going to start at verse 1, and it reads, "For Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined unto them." Those are the Israelite foreigners, the sojourners. All right? "And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them, and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahweh for servants and handmaids." All right? So the them there is talking about all the heathen, man. Mainly Esau, Edom. Okay? The ones who refer to themselves as white. As you can see, portions of my shirt is white and the wall is white. No one's flesh is that color, man. That's a social construct. I was just telling the Northern Kingdom brother that before he walked out the door. All right? But it says, they shall possess them in the land of the Lord, of Yahweh, for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their possessors. So when were the people in the land of Israel now captives? Never. All right? When you read, Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, 45th and the 46th verse, and it says, "These curses shall be upon you for a sign and a wonder." They never went into chains, naked on chains with yokes of irons around the neck, the ankles, on ships, and got shipped and sold to the four corners of the earth. Never happened to them. All right? And they're not dwelling in safety. The scriptures, the prophecy also is that when Israel goes to the land of Israel, they would dwell in safety. I'm going to read this right here. Let's find this real quick. There's an article talking about the Jerusalem riots. and this is on RT, and it says, clashes break out in Jerusalem as white ring Jewish rally chants death to Arabs face off with police. Videos, all right? So, they're saying death to Arabs, man. Well, the Arabs were fine. You brought the war over there by going there and knowing that's not your land, man. Knowing that you don't belong there. Now, truth be said, the Arabs is not their land either. That land belongs to the Israelites. Okay? Now, and among some of those Arabs, you will find some real Israelites, but the majority of them are Ishmael, the Ishmaelites. Okay? And not particularly the land of Israel, but that territory over there. Ishmael has more right to the land surrounding there than Edomites do. That's factual. But it reads, it says, dozens of arrests were made following the riots and clashes in downtown Jerusalem, where Jewish and Arab demonstrators squared off with security forces and reportedly with each other, and the police struggled to keep them apart. The Jerusalem District Police kept a heavy presence in the city on Thursday night and into Friday morning amid the violence, which saw scores of Jewish marchers stream through Jerusalem, some taking part in the menacing chants such as death to Arabs and may your village burn down, according to local news reports. All right, so look, the scriptures clearly said that when the Israelites go back to that land, they would dwell in safety alone. Okay? As a matter of fact, let's go back to Ezekiel. And we'll finish with that. Ezekiel 36:2, and it reads, thus saith Yahweh power, because the enemy have said against you, aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession. All right, are ours in possession, man. So the enemies, and the number one enemy of the Israelites is Esau, Edom, which is still here. Because according to the book of Obadiah, when they get put down, when they are done away with, as the Christians like to teach with their false doctrine, Christianism, when the Edomites get done away with, it's going to be by the hands of the Israelites, the northern and southern kingdom, both Israel, both Judah and Israel. All right, so like I said, I was doing this with haste. I don't want anyone to walk in here. I was just trying to, this has been so heavy on my spirit. I've been trying to do that lesson for 2 days. So with that, I want to give all praises going honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Wakakadash Wa Abba Bon Shalom.